Be seated.
Now, I want to talk to you men about attending the No Regrets Men's Conference. Men, we have a golden opportunity, an opportune season, a time of great potential. We are in a season which calls for men to boldly move forward in the performance of their duty. All this stuff you've heard about men not wanting to honor their God, their families, their work. It's a lot of horse manure. Now is the time for men all over this country to fulfill our true purpose and destiny. I want to see young men willing to grow up. I want to see men fleeing from their addiction to porn. And for pew sitters to step up to God's call. Church of Jesus Christ is a team. It lives, eats, sleeps, fights as a team. This individuality stuff is for the birds. God desires all men to be a part of a band of brothers where they can grow, serve together. We are going to launch a counterattack against the false notions of manhood. We are going to let our light shine before men so they'll see our good works and praise our Father in heaven. Now, some of you boys I know are wondering whether or not you'll chicken out under fire or fall under temptation. Don't worry about it. I can assure you that you will all do your duty. You're going to cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. Remember, be self-controlled and alert. Now there's another thing I want you to remember. I don't want to get any messages saying that we are holding on to our position. We're not holding on to anything. We are advancing the kingdom of God constantly. We're not interested in holding on to anything. Be careful. Because your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour and kill. Resist him, standing firm in the faith because you know that your brothers throughout the world are undergoing the same kind of suffering. I urge you, do not let these opportunity-filled days pass without abandoning yourself wholly to the service of Jesus Christ. Because He has brought you into the kingdom for such a time as this. That's all.
Boy, was that great. 17 years ago, God laid it on the heart of 3 guys who had attended a Promise Keepers conference, came back and said, why don't we do something in the state of Wisconsin for the men here?
I gotta tell you, it started out small, men, but God has blessed No Regrets each and every year.
We didn't start out offering breakout sessions. Men asked for them. We listened. God led us every step of the way.
And I'm here to tell you now that this year we're going to offer over 80 such breakout sessions
for 2010. Let me share what else God is doing. This year,
we have added a 4th site. Christ the Rock Church in Appleton is joining us. We expect 7,000 men to attend the conference now in 4 different locations.
Each with their own worship bands and a growing list of opportunities for men to deepen their walk.
Incredible. For such a time as this, God is reaching out all across the Midwest
to draw His men into a deeper relationship with Himself, to heal the wounded,
to shepherd those of us who are without work,
to comfort those who are grieving and break the chains of addiction.
Men, we have a God that is willing to walk with us as we face real-world struggles every day.
Will you join us? God is after the hearts of His men.
He promises, He says, I'll never leave you. He says, I am more willing to listen than you are to ask.
God neither slumbers nor sleeps. Join us as we sharpen one another
to better prepare us to be the men of faith that are lights to the world.
Our keynote speaker for 2010 is Vadi Bakum. He is one of the most sought-after preachers of his generation. He brings a blend of solid biblical exposition, a down-to-earth demeanor, and an engaging presence.
Guys, bring your friends.
Fathers, bring your sons. Sons, bring your fathers.
Small group leaders, bring the men God has entrusted you with.
As it says in Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
We cannot wait to see what God has in store for this year.
Join 7,000 other men at Elmbrook,
Westbrook,
New Testament,
and now Christ the Rock churches for a day of worship.
a day of God renewing the lives of His people, and a day where we can collectively take a stand for the kingdom.
Be the hands and feet of Christ.
we look forward to seeing men's lives change and transformed by Jesus Christ at this year's conference.
For the cause that counts.
For the cause that counts.
For the cause that counts.
For the cause that counts. To God be all the glory.
Oh, and fellas, another way to look at this is you get to postpone shoveling off the roof another weekend. I mean, get real. What are your options for the first week of February in Wisconsin?